going on, everybody? It's .bets. We are checking back in fresh off of a almost sweaty, almost win outrights kind of Sunday. That was our feeling all of Sunday as my late demise of Burns turned into Teaser's hopeful Straka at the end. And sadly, Colin Morikawa got it done. How are you feeling tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, good. You just put it. It was a kind of rough week outrights again. We always, either one of us has a guy who's there going into the back nine and fumbles it, or a guy who just finishes second every time. So I think first runner-up of the season, kind of unfortunate. Eagles just to get second, but is what it is. Morikawa was finally back in the winner circle since it's been a while. So that was kind of out of nowhere. I mean, but overall, it was a good week. If anyone wants to join in, PrizePicks, I'm throwing those in the Discord now, new. So $50 play turned into $1,000 last week. So that was a good play. So I'll keep doing those, and then hit a couple top 20s with Tom Hoagie, Shane Lowry, top 10, and then a couple tournament matchups as well. So it was overall a good week. I think everyone overplayed the wind and weather on Sunday. People were just going low. It was kind of crazy. So. But I think it was a good day to watch golf. Kind of an anticlimactic finish with the whole Bridgman thing, but it was still Pebble Beach. So,
no, and Scotty's Sunday round,
that was insane.
Legend. That's a legendary round, and I didn't want him to win, obviously, but you just see him lurking and just climbing that leaderboard.
Yeah,
the last several tournaments, it's he gets off to a better start. He runs away with it last 2 weekends. So he's going to be popular this week once again. But as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be diving into the Genesis Invitational, one that is back at Riviera. If you guys remember last year with the wildfires, it was at Torrey Pines South Course, and Ludwig won that one, so kind of throw that one out of your data, your model, or whatnot. But course histories, will be key here, and we'll dive into all that. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Last week had a lot of engagement, had comments on the YouTube videos, so keep those up. We'll keep giving you guys this free content each and every week. And if you want all of our plays, hit the link below on our Sharp Bros Discord. You can get every single round play. We were actually sweating, a Fleetwood outright as well. I added that late on Sunday. We just, I like the way he was playing. Snuck up there, needed an eagle, and couldn't quite get that. And on 18, he just started too slow on Sunday, unfortunately. But he was right up there.
I took him Sunday morning too, so I thought he was that slow start killed him. But
so we'll dive in. We got our outrights. We'll do placements and go through some matchups as well. We fresh off of what could have been week for us on outrights, but Teaser had that huge 50 into 1K PrizePicks play, which was key. Helped out the ROI on that tournament for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
My round 2 balls and 3 balls were just not even close. I mean, it was 1 of 4, 2 of 4, and I'm like, one of my guys just were not consistent whatsoever. So it's called a bounce back. We're gonna go ahead and bounce back this week. We're gonna cash at least one. I think there are gonna be 2 balls because I think this is a smaller event. I think with 2 subs. So we'll ride with that. All right, tee it off. Teaser, let's get into what we need to look for and tell us about the course.
Yeah. So as you said, it wasn't played here last year, but it's a pretty tough course outside the non-majors. Pretty big greens, but tough to hit them. A lot of low greens and reg. One of the most predictive courses year to year. So I think it's behind like Augusta for the most predictive on who plays well course history wise. Fairways are pretty narrow, deep bunkers. I think this week there's going to be a lot of winds too and not so great weather. So I guess we'll have to monitor that throughout. Could be a week where we don't go as big. It might just be kind of a, bet and hope type situation if the wind and rain comes into play. But Firm greens, pins are pretty tough. So pretty much around here, what wins it is elite iron play. We saw Hideki do that a couple years ago here. You got to scramble. Distance is a big one here. It's definitely going to be, especially this week, because it's going to be playing long, supposedly because of the rain, if it's coming down all 4 days. And then course experience is another big one. So key stats, just all into one model would be strokes gain approach from about 150 to 200, pretty much the opposite of Pebble. That was 75, 25 this week will be 150 to 200. Around the greens is big, driving distance and bogey avoidance. And then really a key around the greens, kind of just hop into this player just before we get to outrights. One guy I'm funny enough is I'm eyeing this week is Hovland, and that is like the MO with him, and he plays well here. That's the funny part. Like he doesn't really need to use around the green, but we'll kind of talk about him later and see what we do with him. But
guy was wearing floaties on the damn range.
Yeah,
because he was so mind effed the entire round. I was sick to my stomach when I had an outright on him, knowing I wasted U.S. currency on him last week.
Yeah,
but he fit because his approach play, and he fits this week again because of his approach play. But off the tee, God forbid, he is just horrendous.
Yeah.
So that's my only concern with Victor. I can't blame anybody for going back to him. What is his? Is he in the fours? I think 4,300.
Yeah,
4,300. Yeah. So I can't blame anybody. But the guy right above him, right there, McNeely, my boyfriend, I will I'll play him over Victor this week for me. But so yeah, let's dive right into the outrights. So we did just mention Victor. I do want to point out we did have Colin Morikawa on the show last week, and we profanely said do not play him.
So that's what, 2 weeks in a row outright, and with the cover boy. Yeah.
Well, no, I had I had Cantlay as a cover boy.
Okay, so got her up though for W.
Got her up, yeah. But my thing with Morikawa is we even mentioned like 65 to 1. Holy cow, the fall of Morikawa, and like just that, we should have just been like, that's just how much value was on him. Because now what is he, 28 to 1 or something like that? So it sucks. That's just one that's just hard. If you could just straight up value bet that and be like, hey, I don't care what his name is. How much talent he has, he should not ever be 65 to 1. So
the funny thing is too, like going into the weekend, he wasn't even in contention, so you could have grabbed him. Some people grabbed him at 300 to 1, so it's like at that point he was 700. I was like, but I mean, there was some signs he was going to go low, but I didn't think he would go 10 under low. But
10 under low is super low there.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, so shout out to anybody who had Morikawa, had the stones to play him. That was a baller move. We got Trent. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you tuning in once again. Thoughts on Tommy this week? Yeah, that was said before stream between both of us. I think it's a no-brainer play this week if you want to play him top 10. To sneak in outright. Make sure you're playing him in 2 balls. I think he fits this course super well, and he's going to be one of the guys that leads my card. It's either going to be him or Xander for me. Obviously, this is a fade Scotty Scheffler show. You're just not going to take him plus 315. I did text teaser on Sunday, and I was like, my dumbass should have taken Scotty a live outright, and I didn't. And I was sweating all Sunday because of it. I was like, if Scotty does this, and I couldn't grab the number that I'm always telling people to go grab after he has a terrible Thursday or Friday. So I was kind of kicking myself and hoping he did not win. But yeah, for sure. Yeah. So no Scotty, don't take the outright currently. You mentioned before the stream, there's a boost on DraftKings. Maybe you take a first round leader.
4 to 1 boost you can get. So basically get Scotty 10 to 1 and to 14 to 1 with the first round leader. So like that's honestly, if you want to put I think I get max 10, which is stupid, but 10 to win 140 on Scotty first round leader. That's pretty good value there. $40 right there. We'll talk about that later. A couple good ones you can get with some good value with that boost. But just to piggyback off Tommy, I'm the same way. I just don't know what I'm going to take him in yet, top 10 or outright. I mean, we saw him win last year, so it makes me a little more comfortable with like some win equity there with him at 22 to 1. Makes me feel a little better about the number. But like he first start last week, played well. Obviously, he got a top 5 last year, or doesn't matter last year, but he's at a 20th year, 10th, and a 28th. Thing that worries me a little bit is it could be a long enough for him where it could be, overpower him a little bit this week, but the ball striking is always there. His long iron play is usually there. So I think backing him at that number is pretty good.
Yep. And so piggyback that, I do like Tommy, do like Xander, and I'm usually not one to bet this man, but I'm thinking, the 64 on Sunday was so overlooked and no one was talking about it. So Rory played, I thought, besides like 2 big numbers, he was going to be up there.
And no, what's funny? He came in he got a top 10. He had a triple and 2 doubles. He could have won by like 8.
Oh yeah, it was, and he's got okay course history here. He's not won. I want to say this is like one of 2 courses, I guess, that Scotty or Rory have not won at. So could see some extra motivation there this week because of that. So I don't mind the number. Like I think it's like 13-1 of Rory. So
I agree.
It's not terrible. And if you're playing on DFS, I think a lot of ownership is going to go towards Scotty. So I think you can get discount here with Rory. So definitely an option here to play Rory, even though we usually kind of stray away from the top of the board. But you can see top of the model here: Scotty, Colin, Siwoo Kim, Fleetwood, Xander, Rory, Russ Henley, Scott, Aaron Rai, Cootie, and Hideki. So as you can see, obviously elite ball strikers. But I think par 5 scoring is going to be pretty important as well, right?
Yeah.
So so look for that as well. So that's where I'm thinking the Rory angle.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if it plays long.
I agree because, how we always see when someone fires a low score on Sunday when they're not in contention, and then the next week they're like, Twitter goes crazy. Oh, should have saw this coming. 8 under, bogey free last Sunday, and rolls right into the next one. So I think, I agree with you. I think 13-1's a pretty good number on him.
Yeah, but he's kind of getting overlooked this tournament too because everyone's talking about how well Scotty finished. If Scotty doesn't have those Thursday and Friday rounds, he'd be dominating these tournaments. And that was Rory's first one back, I think, or second one back. So I'm totally fine with taking Rory at 13-1, which is not usually the case. So going down the leaderboard, anybody, Hideki, Cantlay, probably not going to touch Morikawa at that number. Henley and Goddard, any of those stick out to you?
I know you were on him last week, Cantlay, right? And it's just he gets these it's not even top 10s and they look good, but he was not once in contention last week. He got a T8. So it's this guy always he got a top 10, but they're always backdoor top 10s where he's not even in the hunt really. So he's going to be a popular pick because he's number 1 in course history here. He loves the course.
He's just not a winner. And
he's just not a winner.
So sick and tired of wasting U.S. currency on this guy.
Yeah, I'm really not mad anymore if he wins. It's been 4 years now since he's not won. It's I'm sick to betting $20 on his 25-1. Loves the course. He just gets there's his last
crazy course history. Yeah,
sure, he's not even in contention in all 3 of those. Just backdoors him every time. If you want to top 10,
this one out, but
yeah, top 10 would be a great play on him. He cashed last week, so
about plus 200 there for Cantlay.
Always is. Yeah.
I can't remember I think it was 33-1 last week, or no, he was 39-1.
39, yeah.
And that's what it's that number. It was that's why I was kicking myself because it's damn, the damn value with Morikawa, but you're just not going to take him like that. But
right.
But that this week now he's 28 or 26-1. I just think that's kind of untouchable in my eyes. That correction there.
Yeah.
The Hideki has been pretty popular out there. I think Henley's back in play. Approach play. I just don't know if I'm taking him to be an outright. I don't think he could win this particular tournament. As we go down the board, I think this range the 3 to 4K range is very, very nice. So you got Goddard, Cam Young, Siwoo Kim, Burns, Fitzy, Knapp, Harris English, Griffin, Rob Mack, Aberg, Rose, Minwoo Lee. That I think I could see the winner coming out of that 3 to 4K range, 30 to 40 to 1 range. My favorite one out of that pack is probably Cam Young, followed by Knapp and Fitzy. But I could go back to the well there with Burns, and it's going to sting to say, but I could see him competing just because he can putt the lights out. Besides Sunday on hole 14 when you need to birdie any freaking pars.
3-putt. That was brutal.
That was so brutal. Anybody in that range stick out to you the most? I really think that range is intriguing.
For me, I just might hold off on Cam Young. We know he's streaky, but he hasn't really shown signs of anything yet. But that is him. I personally like Fitzpatrick a lot. Yep. He has sneaky distance off the tee. Pretty bad course history here, a cut, and a fifth. I mean, the fifth is good. That was back in 21. But I'm kind of looking more at the recent history. 14th last week, pretty good around the greens. Waste Management had a 9th, was literally leading on Saturday there. So he gained all throughout the bag there. So 2 top 20s in a row or 2 top 15s in a row. Another guy who pretty good off the tee, long iron game's pretty good. And if it gets pretty messy out there, I prefer him in kind of the windy.
He's definitely one of the hottest players.
Yeah.
This season for sure.
Yeah.
He just hasn't. I feel like he just hasn't been like exceptional. Like I think I said that last week. It's just like he's kind of like Cantlay right now, where it's like he's just always around, and and playing a little bit better than Cantlay. But I just I'm a little cautious to take it outright because I just don't know if he can do it. But I can definitely see him in the leaderboard come Sunday for sure.
That's the thing with me. I'm struggling if you want to do him like even for example 1 and done. Is there enough win equity there to even take his outright or 1 and done? Like I'm not sure if he can get it done per se, but I don't know.
Yep. Couple other ones. So Jake Knapp 37 to 1, a little bit better than last week. I think he was in the 20s last week. Pretty crazy, but he still played just a bad Sunday, but overall played well again. Could be something where if it's a long wet course, definitely can see his length come in there. Harris English, anytime you play a tough course, Harris English is in there. However, that number, it should be higher. It needs to be like 40s, 50s, especially in this particular signature event with all these studs. I just can't see myself clicking on Harris English at 37 to 1.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't make sense, but he's got pretty good course history. And, like I said, you have a tough course, you play Harris English. So I could see him being up there, but just not somebody that you're going to, like you mentioned all the time, just the win equity just doesn't show to me too much. Anybody 40 to 60 range look out to besides? I know you mentioned Hovland.
I mean, I can just we can pull up his stats real quick because it's actually funny. It's like if you type in the Genesis and see his course history, it's actually pretty crazy. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 4 times at this course, because obviously last year they didn't play here. He has 4 top 20s, and it's like, but it's just funny if you look at the stats when you look at those 4 years, he literally gains in everything except the around the greens. So it's like, can you win this tournament doing that? And I don't know. That's where it's tough. 43. I don't know if I can get there on that just because of that stat. Like I don't know. So,
but his around the green has actually been better. I'm kind of taking last week out of the equation. I just think he was all in his head last week.
Yeah, and we know when he gets in his head, somehow he'll just pop off. So
but before that, he had a tie for 10th at the Phoenix Open. He can't. That's what intrigued me a little bit more because he wasn't supposed to play that well in Phoenix, and he did. So I was like, oh, let's carry the momentum to Pebble. Maybe he figures something out off the tee this week, and gets back to being obviously the great approach player that he is, and then maybe as around the green can go up from there. But I just think all around it was just an absolute mind F last week with with Victor. So I don't mind it. Like I said, I said McNeely's 42 is really good. Ricky 43, just not a number I want to get to with Ricky in this field, but he's been playing well. Straka 48, could see him up there. Just don't want to take that number on him. Keegan 51-1 is intriguing to me. He got up there last week and just never ever kind of exploded up there. But I do like him at a tough golf course. Adam Scott 51-1 is intriguing as well. He plays well, tough courses, and he's long. Any love for Spieth? He played very, very well last week. I don't know if he can do it here. What do you think about Jordan this week?
He's too. I mean, even last week, like it's just up and down Saturday and Sunday. Like makes a lot of birdies and then gives them back right away. So it's like I don't know if he can really do that at this course. He's just at this point, like there's no one. If someone says like they can cap Spieth, you really can't. It's just like at this point you don't know what to say. You either just take him and hope for the best, or you just stay off. Like there's no like he just plays well when he plays well. It's just you never know. Like
24 cut, T29.
He didn't even finish well last week. I thought he was in the 20s at least.
And then he's played here.
A DQ cut, it's pretty bad. So,
yeah. I mean, obviously 17, 18. That's when he was absolute elite.
Yeah. So it's like ever since he,
T15, T26. It's just that's. I'm going to say this. I'll do not a hot take, but I'll say this is the Morikawa of this week. Like you could bet him on the number here because it's a pretty solid number for an elite player that's playing dog shit. Not dog shit, but like just not playing to that elite level. He's got it in him, but you just never know. So I will say that he is the Morikawa of this week, value-wise, you can bet. So that means don't waste your currency on him.
Please. Yeah, right. That could also be. Yeah, we could also
as it gets cut in like the only signature event cut.
Yeah, it's a tough one. We could also say two guys that could be the Morikawa this week. That'll be like one of our things now. Is although people are going to be on this guy this week, Max Homa 76-1, great course history, California guy. I mean, But this is like a sneaky play. Don't even like ask me why I like this. But Wyndham Clark at 88-1.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you, it's a Morikawa situation here. I don't know what it is. I saw like a tweet today. Maybe I'm reading into it too much, but he's also another streaky guy to where like if this kind of plays long too, that kind of benefits him as well. So we've seen him like kind of just come up out of nowhere. So that's kind of my thing with that. So
I'm okay with that. Wyndham is just one of those guys. Like if you can cap Wyndham as well, like good luck to you. Yeah. But I know we have Trent here asking about Jason Day. I will get back to him real quick, but I'm actually going to go to the guy who's the same odds as him, and I was on him first for one of my first outrights of the year. JJ Spawn. Hear me out. Hard course. His first 2 rounds last week were horrific. All green throughout. All statistics. Rounds 3 and 4. And I want to say he's okay here. A 34, 33, and a 63. Just obviously past history there. Spawn's kind of like in a different era now of his game. A little bit better. Just throwing him out there as a pretty good number there at 63-1 with Trent's Jason Day, which last week kind of, he played. No, he didn't play last week, did he?
JJ Spawn? Yeah, he played.
No, Day. I don't know.
Day? Yeah, he played. He was in.
I guess I didn't even pay attention.
I think he went 14 under because he pushed English in my tournament matchup. So
it was like you're right.
Pretty.
Because he had really good course history last week, and everyone was kind of playing him, but it was up there. Okay, T24. So what is he this week? Another guy, 2 top 10s.
I do have this tidbit on Wyndham that I did find, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk you into it. So last time Wyndham Clark gained 5.5 strokes on approach and lost 5.5, he won the next week. Last week at Pebble, he lost 6 strokes putting and gained 6 strokes approach.
Oh boy.
So there we go. I'm doing it solely based off that.
Oh boy. All right. My final verdict is I'm okay with playing that. How about that? I'm okay with the 63 to 1.
With Day? Yeah.
With Day, yeah. What do you think of another guy that's popping right here at the bottom? Lowry, 72 to 1. I thought he played pretty well last week.
Played well, yeah. I was on him all weekend, round scores, and had him top 20. I love taking top 10s, top 20s on Lowry. I'm just never going to waste money on his outright because he can't win. So in the U.S., he's one of those guys, like, enjoy taking his round scores. If it gets windy or rainy, have fun with all that stuff, props, but I don't take his outright. That's all I'm going to say about that. But
any 100 to 1 long shots that you'd want to throw some pizza money on?
Yeah, talked about Wyndham. There's another. Obviously, everyone's on this guy, so I probably won't play it. But Tony Finau at 120 to 1. Everyone's going to be on him this week because he plays well here and shown a little bit of form with the putter lately. Obviously, at first round at Pebble played pretty well. So I think what he's done here has been pretty good. I know he lost in a playoff to Homa. Yeah, he's at a 19, 20th, 33rd, and a second, so pretty good. Another guy, honestly, it's kind of pretty slim at the bottom there.
Can I throw
go ahead.
Your guy out there? I'm just going to throw one guy out there, and I don't, because I'm not going to really be on this particular side of the board. But if I were to take somebody, I'm going to go Tom Hoge, 225 to 1. He's got a 14th and an 8th here. Coming off of a T14 last week. In contention, played pretty well except for Sunday. 225 to 1 on a guy who he's top 20 or 26th in the model from 200 plus, 37th, 150 to 200, strokes gained 30th. I mean, I don't hate that number with Tom Hoge. I'm surprised you didn't say that because that's your boy.
I honestly missed it. I see the thing. Usually, you know how good I am with if I know when he's going to play well or not. I'm actually conflicted this week. I don't know. Just given the conditions, but that number is intriguing. Even like a literally top 10 to 1. That's kind of crazy. So personally, with Hoge, maybe go placement round. But I mean, you can throw $2 on that, and so or $5, whatever.
And like we always say, that this show could be just absolutely summed up in like 1 second and just say take Scotty Scheffler and move on. But we try to dive in and tell you guys a little bit different.
He's going to win one. He's going to win one eventually. One of these signature events. I think it'll be this.
Well, he's going to win one by like 10 strokes.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of he puts Thursday and Friday together. Yeah. Saturday and Sunday is just way above the whole other board.
Yep.
All right. Any matchups that you are eyeing here?
I think we went. Did we go 2-0 last week? I hit Lowry over Pendrith for the stream. I forgot who you had.
I don't know off the top of my head. I want to say I took Fleetwood over Rory, which would have. Yes.
Oh yeah.
No, that was a round play. I can't remember. I'll have to look.
These are good this week, the tournament matchups.
Yeah, so let's see.
Wyndham over Poston could be a good one to start with. I don't know if I'll take that, but that's one that stands out. I don't think this is a good course for Poston at all. Probably the opposite of what his game is, but.
Fleetwood versus Rory. There you go.
Yeah. Nababer, Keegan. Another one, Cam Young over Burns. I know you like Burns, but
yeah,
be a good one.
Wow.
They're kind of tough.
Yeah, nothing like absolutely screamed at me for the whole tournament. maybe if we want to go like the fade route, go Keegan over Akshay. I'd laugh so hard. It was the guy Akshay started Sunday's round as the leader, and the commentator was like, Akshay Petit. The guy looked, he was like, what? The damn leader he was like, what the hell's going on? You gotta say my name right.
Yeah, he might be a good fade. Bad Sunday.
Bad Sunday. Or or Lowry over Pendrith. One of those two.
Could run that back again. I had that last week.
Yeah. But none that like scream, let's play. Let's take it.
For the value, I'll probably am gonna go Wyndham, pretty much plus 100 over Poston. Just for the value.
You are all in on Wyndham. Holy crap.
I just want to have one of those weeks where I get like no one's really on him. Just let me get one right, like a gut feeling play.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
that is wild. But just calling your shot here with.
Yeah, I mean I prefer him over Poston here. We'll see, but if it does play long, I mean you just got to spike at some point, Wyndham.
If Wyndham hits, we will clip every part of you talking about Wyndham. And it
has
to go viral.
I can see him winning. I can see it. Just go all in, everything. I mean, has an 8th here, 33rd. Not too bad.
Jeez. All right. Well, we've rambled enough. I think we've gotten you guys pretty good information on outrights, placements, and some matchups here. As always, you can get our full cards tomorrow in the Discord. We tweet out some outrights as well. But yeah, round by round plays, hit up in the Discord. I want to say the link below is like 30% off. If it's not, DM me and I'll send you that link. So get your butt in the Discord. We got MLBs on tap as well. We got college basketball coming up with March Madness. NBA returns Thursday. So yeah, it'll be live. We're ready to go. And Teaser, you have not been in the Discord for MLB, but like there's 3 guys in there, Kintown, Panda, and Scooby, who literally I've never seen cappers do well in MLB, and they absolutely like crushed it last year. Yeah. And I dabble in it. I'm not.
It's a long season. That's why.
Yeah, I won't say I'm absolutely sharp in that aspect, but man, those 3 they got after it. So really excited to see what they got this year. I'll be telling some home run plays, all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get up out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. I don't even know what tournament is next week, but we'll be back. Let's get our first outright. If we come in second one more time, we're just going to end the show.
Much.
All right. See you guys. Appreciate you.